Hey everybody, Outdoor Detective here. Thought maybe today we'd give you a toolbox tour. It's just a little cold outside to be doing anything else. But you might want to take a look at this and see what I use and how I'm set up. So what you're looking at here is the U.S. General toolboxes. These are Harbor Freight toolboxes. The bottom is a 56-inch base. The top is two 26-inch tops. And then I have the side cabinet. So we'll get started over here, upper left. It's just all kinds of Allen keys, metric, standard. Whenever I get one in a tool or something I need for it, I just save them. I never get rid of them. Stores just compass, scissors, EMT shears. If you don't have a set of them, you might want to get them. They seem to cut through anything. This is nothing more than my tape measures. A drawer of just files, wood, metal, file card, hammers, hatchet, sledge, claw hammers, different sizes, ball peen hammers. Speed ratchet, breaker bar, torque wrenches. This one here is nothing more than my socket attachments, swivels, 1/2 inch to 3/8, quarter to 3/8, or 3/8 to quarter, 1/2 inch adapters, extensions, ratchets, more extensions, quarter and 3/8, drill bits, all different sizes. Now I do have regular drill bit sets, but these are just extras or something I used just at one time for one project. Hole saws, big fan, got plenty of them here and in my work truck. Fan of having a hole saw in lieu of drilling out a bunch of little holes and trying to use a jigsaw. It never seems to turn out nice when you do it that way. Okay, we'll go to the next top box. Now here, this is what I was talking about. This is where my drill bit sets are sitting. That's just a water pump pulley kit there. In the top left here, these are punches, chisels, nail sets, pens and markers. Okay, never have too many of them. Oddball little tips for the impact driver, extensions, little nut drivers. These are actually paint can openers. This drawer's leftover wrenches that I will use for those strange projects. If you need to heat one up and bend it or open it up or need something in a weird position, I'll use these leftover ones and bend them. This is the big stuff here, from 1 5/16 down. This large one, I use that for the nut that is on receivers for ball hitches. And then in the front here we have some line wrenches. Craftsman regular box end wrenches here, standard metric, as well as offset ratchets. It's a spark plug remover tool for the jet ski. And then here we have the ratcheting wrenches. Again, metric and standard. And here we have crescent wrenches, Craftsman and Crescent itself. Some extra box end wrenches, and then another set of standard wrenches. These are stubbies, standard size and metric. And let's get into this bottom cabinet here. Seems to be the one everybody likes to look at. All your sockets, metric, standard. A few oddball Torx bits, Allen bits, T-handles for Allen bits, lug nuts, nut drivers. You notice these ones back here, these are the Harbor Freight Pittsburgh brand. I bought these at one time. I had a home down along the Delaware shore, and I bought a set of tools for down there, thinking that if they rusted up, it'd be no big deal. However, that never occurred, and I really use these things, and I use them hard. They still fit bolts and nuts without any tolerance. They've not broken. They've not twisted. Actually, kind of surprised that they've lasted as long as they have for as hard as I've used them. So I continue to use them until I wear them out. And then a couple of big sockets back there. That's for prop nuts on boats. Here we have screwdrivers. All different types, from Husky, Craftsman, Stanley, even snap one in there, Irwin, precision screwdrivers, electrical screwdrivers. You'll realize how many you have till you finally put them all together. There's some automotive tools here, besides chisel sets, stud finders, levels, oil changing tools, tin snips, scrapers, pry bars, T-bevels, brake tools in the back there, feeler gauges. And here's all my pliers. Again, Craftsman, Swiss, channel lock, some generic there, Cobalt, Nipex. These here, I go through a lot of wire strippers because I don't like, once they get dull, they don't work very well. But these have worked exceptional for me. These are Milwaukee wire strippers. I take the springs out of mine because I don't like dealing with the spring, but nonetheless, very good tool. It has lasted for quite some time. I have another set just like that in my work truck. Snap ring pliers, PEX cutter. Here we have some automotive tools or air tools. Craftsman, Mac, timing light, compression check, code reader. These are the aluminum brazing rods that I tried to use on the DIY surf cart that didn't turn out too well, so I ended up riveting that. On the bottom, and here's, and we have some cement working tools, squares, rubber mallets, wire wheels, hacksaws. Lots of stuff going on there. Drywall mud tools. Okay, let's get into the side compartment here, or the base. My top drawer here. This is just tape of different types. Teflon tape for gas and oil, plain Teflon tape, Gorilla tape, electrical tape, painter's tape. Here's a hint. When you wrap things up with electrical tape, don't use black. If you ever notice that using your black electrical tape, after some time your connections become all gummy and slimy. It's something in the black tape that causes that, so use color tape to help avoid that. This is my junk drawer. Just about everything you can think of strange is in here. From brushes, some keys, parts for golf carts, a tool like this, strange tool, that's used for putting in screens and windows. Body mud tools, interior tools for removing parts, interior parts, caulk tools, scraping caulk. This is just a drawer of cut-off wheels, grinding wheels, flap discs, and then we have blades for the jigsaw, and there's also blades underneath that for the Sawzall. And there's a pretty big one there too, Sawzall blade. But that's all that is blades and attachments. This has parts in it like my cutoff wheel, gloves, a few other items in there. And we'll get to the last one here, the end cabinet. The top here is little O-ring pliers, or picks rather. Rivet tool. I don't use the rivet tool anymore. I did, but since I got an air riveter, I don't use that anymore. Much easier with the air riveter. Cutting tools. Lots of utility knives, sharpeners, scrapers. These are just detailing brushes. I have a small buffing and grinding wheel for the small discs. That's what those are. Those are my oscillating tool sanding discs. It's great for getting in corners. Anybody remember these? You might remember these two, but those fellas that remember this old one, just as a side note, take a look at the bottom of that. Look familiar? I wonder if anybody can tell me what that is. What series that is. And in here, this is just outdoor devices, like plumbing parts, hose replacements, quick connects. Never have enough. O-rings, washers. And the flush out hose for the jet ski. 12 volt devices here, voltmeters, testers, alligator clips, and those lights there for the F250 for the rear. And then here, this is just more 12 volt wiring, soldering irons, connectors, solder, little things like that. Don't use as much of this as I do the connectors now. Like we have, like these here that are on top of this box. All these cases have different connectors, electrical, stainless steel, nuts, bolts, screws. These were the cases that I use for the cargo trailer to camper conversion. So there you have it. Quick tour of my toolbox setup. So I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, let me have it. And we'll see you in the next one.